Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code. This is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Thursday the 22nd of the 7th, 2021. Time is 0445, quarter to 5 in the morning GMT. Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime North American session. Right, Wednesday the 21st, then yesterday we had a positive opposed driver in the pound at plus 287. Front and back door flows mainly coming out the yen at minus 275, out the dollar at minus 56, and the euro was the positive rock at plus 44, activity plus or minus 331. Intra-week then becoming more relevant. This is from Monday the 19th, open to about 15 minutes ago. We've got an unopposed negative driver in the pound at minus 175, no backdoor flows. The opposing positive flows mainly going into the dollar at plus 93, into the yen at plus 71, and the euro is the positive rock at plus 9, activity plus or minus 173. So over the week then we've had the pound negatively driving to the exclusion of everything else effectively, and those opposing positive flows that have been coming out the pound have been going into the dollar and the yen pretty much, with the euro in a state of static dynamic equilibrium. So it's sort of locked in, moving, but the opposing forces have been balanced. Right, intraday then, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a positive unopposed driver in the yen at plus 65, no backdoor flows. The opposing negative flows mainly coming out the pound at minus 38, out the euro at minus 19, and the dollar is the negative rock at minus 8, activity plus or minus 65. What's been knocking it about? Well, we've got the ECB rates decision today about lunchtime, and tomorrow we've got German manufacturing and service PMIs, and we've got CAD retail sales. So we've got a couple of things. The main thing obviously is this ECB rates decision, and the euro's sort of been acting as a positive or negative rock basically. So the euro has been sort of compressed ahead of this decision, and that's where we are. Let's have a look at the flows. Our trades are about 200 to 300 points in profits, but let's say that for us that's more or less break even. They've been dirging around for a long while now. So let's have a look at the flows anyway and see if we can make some sense out of it. Right, so the euro is strong except against the dollar, the yen and the Swiss, which is stronger. The yen is strong across the board. The pound is weak except against the commodity currencies, the CAD, the AUD and the NZD, which are weaker. The Swiss is strong except against the yen, which is stronger. The CAD is weak except against the New Zealand dollar. The AUD is weak except against the CAD and the NZD. The NZD is weak across the board, and the dollar is strong except against the yen and the Swiss. So what have we got then? We've got yen strength in the Asian session to the exclusion of all else, and we've got New Zealand weakness. Right, and take your pick in the middle. Right, so let's have a look at the asset classes before we just do the final roundup. Right, so as usual we'll be starting with the dollar index. Rid of that. Right, so let's have a look. US dollar index. Right, basically it's been on the up and it's just come off slightly. So dollar index, the dollar in general, high, but have just the cream's just come off it a little bit at the top. So gold normally doesn't like strong dollar, and we're 0.45 from the model high. So it's above half marks, but it's quite low, relatively speaking. Oil came off. It had that massive pump up. It came off, and it's now back up to 0.45 from the high, similar to gold in a way, from the high anyway. Wall Street, we had that bit of a correction in stocks, didn't we? And now they're working on getting back up there now. S&P had the break. They came off and we're now just sub highs. Tech, likewise. That sort of situation. So equities have recovered a good deal of that drop. Right, US 10-year, and this is the bond. So let's have a look. Basically, the price went up significantly, which means yields came off, and it's just come back a little bit. So yields are slightly strengthened into the ECB rates decision, and the Bund, which is the German equivalent. Let's have a look. The Bund has got a similar sort of look. Price went up, yields came off, and they've just come back a little bit. So we've got a similar look to US 10 years and the Bund at the moment. Right, copper. Copper's really been chopping about if you look at the daily, and it's now half marks. It's 0.5 from the floor or the top. Right, so and US steel was really sold off a few days ago, and it's now recovered slightly, but it's still soft, 0.30 from the floor. Right, so let's just get rid of that and just make some final analysis of what's going on. Right, so we've had the China rates decision earlier in the week. We've had all sorts of stuff come out. We're short USD dollar against euro, pound, AUD, and we're short NZD, euro, pound, CAD, and AUD. Right, if you look at equities, which is quite a strong indicator of risk sentiment, they've got this sort of bounce now. They're near the highs again. It looks like we could be taking off. Don't forget we've had a massive. If you look at the flows, where are we? The yen has been like very strong recently, all last week, apart from a few blips. The yen is very positioned quite high. So if we get an equity transmission through the yen, it's likely the yen will weaken. It's a sort of a classic risk on equity yen transmission, and so the yen is positioned very high, as we said. Equities are nearly back at the highs, so it's a case of where we go for that. There's going to be people looking to sell at the so-called triple top of equities, but I think it's looking likely we're going to get a pump in equities again. Oil's come back as well, and the yen is likely to soften considerably. Now, if you get flows out of the yen, they've got to go somewhere, and the people that have been don't forget the dollar's been very strong, so it's unlikely you're going to get a big pump in the dollar. That leaves you with the euro and the pound in the majors. The pound's been sold off tremendously, therefore you're likely to see those positive flows, those opposing positive flows that are coming out of the yen going into the pound. So the most likely scenario is you're going to see yen weakness and pound strength as we move through this this data event in the ECB. So we're just going to hang on to our trades like the usual boring broken record, and we're still looking to scale up on AUD NZD long, but that is equally annoying at the moment. So hope that was useful. See you again tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you for watching.